In this video, I'm going to tell you about 5 tips that will skyrocket your grades, whether this be in GCSE, A-level, or any other exam board that no one else tells you. Let me tell you a short story. When I was doing my GCSEs, which was like the exams you do in year 10 or 11 in the UK, I used to go around YouTube and I used to find all of the same sort of information like regurgitated to me in the same sort of manner. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips that not many people speak about, but will help you a lot. Number 1, aim high. A lot of people don't do this. A lot of people come into a subject and they don't aim for the highest grades possible. This used to be me as well. When I was doing my English language GCSE, which is quite a hard GCSE by a good standard, I didn't actually aim for a grade 9. I was like, okay, if I could just pass this GCSE, it would be good. And for a long time, my progress stagnated. I didn't actually improve in the subject because I wasn't allowing myself to dream bigger. Now, I'm doing 4 A-levels, right? A-level is like the harder version of GCSEs in the UK. I'm doing the 4 hardest ones as well. I'm doing maths, further maths, computer science, and physics. And I am in the mindset that I want to get an A star with every single subject. I didn't actually tell you what happened with the English language thing in year 10. So I had that mindset of, okay, I would be okay with like a B or an A, no, not an A, like a C or a B in English language. And when it came to my year 10 mocks, I actually got below that. I got a 4 in English literature and a 4 in English language, I think, or a 5 in English language. But that wasn't the grade I wanted. And I realized that I did have to aim higher. I had to aim for the top grade in order to be able to get the grade. I see so much of this in today's students and with my peers in the school I go to. A lot of people just say, oh, I'm not capable of getting that grade, so I may as well not try. Imagine like you're capping yourself at that grade. You're capping yourself a lower amount to what you could have gotten. You're not genetically modified or genetically composed to not be good at a subject. I guarantee you, if you look at your DNA or your cells right now, it doesn't say that you're not good at English. So what else is there? A lot of people just say that as an excuse for not trying to do the thing. And I know this may like anger a lot of people, but genuinely, the first step to improving in any subject and getting the best grades or anything in like life in general is believing that you can do that. Truly believing that you're capable of getting a certain grade. If Jeff Bezos didn't think that Amazon wouldn't be a good idea, he would have never started it. If he didn't think that Amazon wasn't a capable company for going like mainstream, he would never have gone so far. The first step is brainwashing yourself in order to get the good grades. And honestly, what's the worst thing that could happen? If you brainwash yourself and tell yourself that I'm going to get the highest grade, I'm going to beat everyone in my class, what's the worst thing that could happen? You fail the subject, right? Then you can take that experience that you had in life and then improve on that. I wanted to get a grade 9, the highest grade in every single subject at GCSEs, but I didn't. I failed. I didn't get a grade 9 in every subject. I got an 8 in biology and a 7 in economics. Now I can take that experience. I can take where I went wrong in that experience and I can apply it to my new subjects that I'm taking right now. I know exactly what I did wrong, and I'll tell you that in another video, which is titled, I think, Mistakes Made in My GCSEs. But yeah, I made some mistakes during GCSEs and I can take that experience and apply it to my new A-level subjects, which will therefore get me better grades now. There's no downside with this mindset of getting the highest grade possible. Yeah, maybe you'll feel a bit bad if you didn't get the subject, but who cares? You're only going up if you just brainwash yourself into thinking you can get good grades. Now, before I skip on to step 2, I want to comment on like the people who comment under videos and say, oh, there's only 3 weeks time, can I get best grades? No, yes, you can. 100% you can. There is no fixed amount of time that caps you at not getting the top grades. Like, I see so many of these comments under my videos, under other people's videos that really annoy me. Like, if people will comment, there's three weeks left. Do you think that I can get a good grade? And then they'll go on to another channel and they comment the same exact comment. Of course you can. And I think that specific person who's typing that comment, like on YouTube videos, I know this is a bit of a rant, but like, hear me out. The specific person that's typing that kind of comment of, oh yeah, do I have enough time to get this grade, won't actually get the grade. Why? Because he's putting that doubt in his mind. He's not believing in himself that he actually can. Like deep down, he thinks that he's not enough to get the grade. And therefore, this would cause him to just not work harder. He's spending more time replying or like commenting on other people's videos, asking for their external opinion in opposition to actually just believing in yourself and putting in the work. So next time I see someone comment something like there's 3 weeks left to my GCSEs, can I get 09? I'm gonna like pin that comment. That's the comment of shame. That's the pin of shame, and I'm gonna tell them like privately or something that you're probably not gonna get the grades. No, you're not gonna get the grades. If you're commenting something like that under a YouTube video, no, you're not gonna get the grades because you don't believe in yourself enough. Step number 2 is using something called the 80-20 rule. Now, in productivity is basically a niche that improves your life. In like entrepreneurship, there's something called the 80-20 rule. It's a very, very core fundamental law of self-improvement and productivity in general that I don't think a lot of people speak about. Basically, it states that 80% of your results in anything, whether this be fitness, business, academics, comes from only 20% of your actions. Now, you probably didn't understand it. When I first heard of this topic, I didn't really understand this as well. But to put it very, very simply, imagine you're Usain Bolt. Not Usain Bolt. Imagine you're a runner, right? You have a sprint coming up in the next 2 weeks. Do you get the aerodynamic clothes and then like get the hairstyle that makes you more streamlined, and then I don't know, get like comfort fitting shoes and get the supplements and the proteins and like the diet, or do you just run? Yeah, the first thing is good. Like, you should get good fitting clothes to run the race. But if you don't run enough, you will be beaten. There's a mindset that I think Hamza talks about that's called the any benefit mindset. This is a mindset that a lot of students have, wherein they think that if they do everything, if they do all of the questions in the textbook, if they read all of the textbook, and if they get a tutor, and if they go to like the weird science club, the dodgy one that like not a lot of people go to, if they go to that and go do everything to do with the subject, they're going to get the best grades. But I'm telling you that these aren't the highest performing students. 1-to-1, I've seen people do everything to do with a particular subject and then get gapped by everyone else. This used to be me. I used to be that one weird neek in the corner trying to do everything for a particular subject, watching all of the videos religiously, watching all of the guides religiously, but not actually doing the actual work, the actual highest leverage, productive work, which is just practicing. I guarantee you, if you're not practicing right now, you're getting bad grades. If you're getting bad grades right now, it's not because you're like genetically bad at the subject. It's just because you haven't practiced enough. That's almost 99% guarantee. If you're not getting a grade 9, if you're not getting the highest grade right now, it's because you're not practicing enough, or you're not working smartly. That's why I've actually designed full guides for like individual subjects. So if you can go and follow them, that tells you the smartest approach to the subject. And if you just practice more and implement that and put in the hard work, there's no way that you're not going to get the good grade. So an actionable step for this section is just get a piece of paper right now. And honestly, like actually have some self-reflection and list down every single thing that you did to revise for a subject on a piece of paper. So this could be doing Anki flashcards, doing practice papers, watching that one weird YouTube video where that guy was speaking for, I don't know, 20 minutes, talking to your friends, going to the science club. List them all and now pick 3. If you're only allowed 3, you're only allowed to do 3 things for the revision. Pick only 3. So this could be learning the content or reading the textbook, doing practice papers, and then doing flashcards. Now you're not allowed to watch like the random YouTube videos. You have to unenroll to the weird like club that your school puts on. You maybe even have to like quit your tutor, because like honestly, when I went to some tutors, they're not that good. I think some tutors just like, okay, I've gone to like some tutors and all they do is just talk and then give you the lesson slides, but that's not actually efficient. So that may mean that you have to quit from your tutor. Genuinely try this. Like filter down all of your revision-y things to 3 things, 3 main highest leverage things, and only do these. Whenever you're revising, you're only doing the hardest task. And I guarantee you that you're gonna outperform yourself. You're gonna get randomly better grades. You're gonna be way beyond everyone in your class because you're not wasting your time doing random things. So that's just something that I recommend you to do. Of course, you could click off this video and go back to your normal schedule and get the same grades. In that case, fair enough. Your opinion is up to you. If you don't want to take this advice, which is pretty good advice, then fair enough. Let's see what you get. Step number 3, you're viewing everyone on a pedestal. When I was in my GCSEs, and actually when I was at the start of A levels as well, I used to think that the top students, the top students in the UK are some like really hardworking, very smart students that are like genetically better at the subject. And now that may be true. There are some people that just understand the subject better. There are many people in my school. So if you don't know, I go to one of the top schools in the UK, but I also have I can compare that with how it is a normal state school as well. So I got into this school in year 12, but I went to a normal school from year 7 to 11. And I can compare my experiences from this school and that school. And in my school right now, there are some very smart people. But I think that you're viewing everyone, like your competition, on a pedestal. I think I was influenced by my teachers who said, not just my teachers, but like people online as well, that said that other people in the UK are doing this, and this. And then I used to see people like Udoka Fintelman. If you don't know who he is, he's like this really smart, like hardworking student. And I used to think that every single student was like that guy and used to like revise 10 hours a day and I had to compete with him. But no, I can tell you that's false. Why? Because I've met some of them. I've met people who have got #1 in like GCSE biology. The guy who got #1 in economics is some random dude that sits behind me in maths. So I've been talking to these people, and honestly, they're not like incredibly smart. They've just done like the things I say, but they've just put that into work. They've just done the practice, just learned about the subject, done the practice, worked smartly, and then got the grades. There's nothing like revolutionary you need to do in order to get the grades. And I think that if you wanna go into like theories, I think that this studying niche has been marketed as like getting grades as something very hard to do. Like people make it out to be extremely hard to get the grades, but I genuinely think that that's not the case. All you need to do is do a few things smartly and work hard for it, and you will get the grades. There's nothing genetic when it comes to this. I used to think this for a lot of subjects. I used to think this for I genuinely used to not be that great at physics, and I don't know how good I am right now, but I take A-level physics, and honestly, it's not as hard as people think it is. All you need to do is do the right things over and over again, practice hard, and then you'll beat most people. Again, like I say, there are some people that are just genetically better. Like there's one guy in my year who's just incredible at some subjects, but like I've beaten him in some tests just by doing like the stuff I preach. I've beaten him in some tests as well. It's not just about how smart you are, because an exam, remember, at the end of the day, the exam, the grade you get, is directly correlated to the amount of questions you get right. And I know that sounds so obvious, but if you really think about that, it doesn't matter how smart someone else is. If you just answer the questions correctly, you will get a better grade than them. So just practice doing that, and then you will get a better grade. This is at least what I've found. If you disagree with me, fair enough. But I do really think that if you just grind down on these few fundamental steps, you don't have to view everyone else on a pedestal. Of course, if you're getting like a really low grade, it is very easy to see other people who are getting the best grades in the country, like they're superhuman. Just implementing some productivity tips like these ones in the video and just subscribing to my channel will make you a better student and just a harder worker in general. Number 4, fitness. In, I think, year 7, our school had like a health checkup. So they like measured our BMI in school. They measured our weight, they took our height, and I got a letter home saying I was obese. I had a NHS red strip. And ever since that day, I have been obsessed with fitness. Not really obsessed, but I've been getting into the swing of fitness. So I come from an Indian family. Like our family isn't really like that much into fitness. I don't think I know anyone who really goes gym in our family. So I think I'm quite new to like this fitness realm. But ever since I've been improving my fitness by either improving my diet or improving my exercise or going to the gym or doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I've really noticed an improvement in the grades I get. I know it's really hard to explain it because there's nothing really scientific about it. I think there may be, of course, but ever since I started going gym and improving my diet, my grades just randomly go up. In my year 10 mocks, I really slacked on this. I didn't go to the gym at all. I was eating really bad food. And then my results showed for that. But now, either GCSEs, like I started improving my health at GCSEs, but even now I'm improving my health. And now every time my fitness takes a dip, my grades do as well. But every time I improve my fitness, then my grades improve as well. It's really weird, but try this out at least. So either you can do, my personal recommendations to improve your fitness is either doing some type of resistance training. So this could be going to the gym and lifting weights, or doing some kind of cardio, which could be running. My personal favorite is doing a martial art, something like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've done that for quite some time. Doing something like boxing is brilliant for your grades. And now a lot of people, especially in our subcontinent, they like whenever the exams come, they take all of that away. They like stop going to the gym, they cancel the gym membership, they cancel the martial art membership when the exams come, because they have this perception that if you stop going to the gym and stop improving your body, then this will get you better grades. But how I think of it is, you're going to the gym, you're exercising to improve your body, but this also improves your mental health. And at the end of the day, your mind is the only thing that will help you get the grades you want. So by cutting off this one thing that improves your body, you're essentially capping your grades. Like, it's this weird, like, negative effect that a lot of people do. Even I did as well in year 10. But I guarantee you that now I keep committed to myself that I will never stop going to the gym until the day I die. Or like never stop exercising until the day I die. Because I feel like this has such a positive mental health benefit. Because let's think about it, right? If you're like lifting the very heavy weight, you're not going to be overthinking about the math question or something. If you're about to get punched, you're not going to be thinking about the one science question you got wrong. This is a very high ROI investment that I think you should get into if you're not already. Just exercise more, get into fitness, and then your grades will go up. I can pretty much guarantee you that. If you're not exercising right now, improve your diet and improve your fitness, and your grades will go up. Like how it happened to me. I think a lot of people have had the same experience as well. So just try it out. What's the worst that could happen? Tip number 5, have fun. A lot of successful people, if you look at them under a microscope, they're actually not that stressed. Okay, they're stressed, but they actually love what they do. They actually genuinely have fun in the tasks they do. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, I need to tell you about the UFC first, or boxing first. See, if you look at a boxer or a UFC fighter, their journey is actually pretty much identical to that of a student, but 100 times more stressful and 100 times more painful. Think about it. We all have to prepare for a big exam, or they have to prepare for a fight. They have to go through a lot of things to improve on. It's not very easy to improve on one day. Like the fighters, they have a fight camp. We have revision time before our exams to improve on. But now, if you look at the best fighters, what qualities do they emulate? Well, if you look at someone like Conor McGregor, John Jones, any fighter, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, they all have one thing in common, which is they are absolutely having fun in the ring. And also, they think that they're the S word. They think that they can beat anyone in the room. They think that they're the best in the world. And this is true for every single fight. If you look at any press conference between any two fighters, each guy thinks that he can beat the other guy by KO. Each guy thinks he's levels beyond the other guy. And okay, you can call this ego or narcissism, but it's been proven by a lot of scientists that if you just brainwash yourself to think that you're better than everyone else, to put it simply, that you will perform better. Of course, leading up to the exam, don't have this. Don't have this egoistic mindset of I'm better than everyone leading up to the exam. When you're practicing content, this should not be the mindset you should have. You should have a very disciplined, humble student mindset and think of the ways you could achieve better grades in this aspect or that aspect. on the exam day, I'm talking about on the actual day where you're writing the paper, there should not be a doubt in your mind that you're not going to get the grade. There should be a 100% certainty in your mind that you're not only going to get the grade, but you're better than anyone else taking this exam. Why? Because if you brainwash yourself with those affirmations, you're essentially putting no doubt in your mind that you'll get the grade. So on the contrary of that, what a lot of students do, what do? They're always really weirdly nervous outside the exam. They're always flipping through the pages outside the exam hall. They always exclude this weird nervous type of energy. And if they themselves don't think that they can get the grade, of course they're not going to get the grade, right? Imagine you see a fighter quickly spamming I don't know, fight camp just on the walk out to the ring. No one does that, right? On the walk out to the ring, no one's practicing sparring. No, they're having fun. If you see boxers walking out, what are they doing? They're dancing, bro. They're having fun walking out to the ring. Why? Because they know they've brainwashed themselves into thinking that they're going to win the fight easily. And even if they don't, this is the best chance that you're going to get to perform the best. This is how the best perform, and this is therefore how to perform your best. If you brainwash yourself, if you on the exam day think that you're better than everyone writing the exam, just think about how just visualize how you're gonna beat up the other guy in a fight or get a good grade in the exam. This will make you a better performer and therefore make you better at the subject in general. So the TLDR of the last step is just have fun. Just enjoy the process. I think Andrew Huberman says that, so a neurobiologist, he's very, very smart. And he says that your brain can't differentiate the sensation of nervousness and excitedness. So if you can convince yourself that you're excited for something instead of thinking that you're nervous for it, it will also help you perform better. So that's the end of the video. If you like this video, go subscribe, like this video, and I wish you the best with your exams and your academic journey and life in general. I'll see you in the next one. Boom.